Hey Sagittarius, and welcome to your bi-weekly reading. So this is for Sagittarius sun or rising signs, and this is for the period of time from the full moon on the 3rd in Capricorn in tropical astrology to the new moon on the 17th in Cancer, also in tropical astrology. So I'm doing something a little bit different with these readings. You know, sometimes I like to switch it up if you've been watching me for a little while now, just because like it's good to freshen up the energy, because why not? Feeling this card here. Okay. Ooh, interesting, Sagittarius. Okay. So how are we focusing these readings at this time? This time what we are looking at is which area of life would be most benefited by you taking a look at what needs to be scrapped, right? What's debt weight, what is not working, what is no longer serving, what is taking up your energy, time, attention, and like what's just not working in this area, right? So taking a look at that and having a good like magnifying glass, take a look at that, like what needs to be pruned, what weeds need to be pulled, that kind of thing. And also specifically looking at this area of your life, if you were to focus your time, energy, and attention into releasing, because we're in that waning phase of the moon, right? So if you were to put your time, energy, and attention to releasing those things that are just need to be cleared out, that it would have the most benefit and a bigger ripple effect into all areas of your life. So we're looking at the midheaven for you. We're looking at your, this is like your purpose path in life, your career, right? Like it's the highest point in your chart during like the season that you were born, right? And so this is definitely a very seen house. It's a very public house, or not house. It's a very seen place. It's a very public place, but it's also like where a lot of your energy and attention goes into your purpose and your path. So purpose and path is what's up for you, Sagittarius. And you know, for some of us that is in our 10th house, but for some of us that it could be in your 11th, could be in your 9th. So it could be in any of those houses. You might need to look at your chart to personally see where that is at, and depends of course on the house system that you're using. So if you're familiar with astrology, maybe even take a look at where your midheaven is, in what sign it's in, and to look and see if like any other planets are actually crossing over your midheaven. So if that is confusing or seems too advanced, don't worry about that. You can always hit me up for astrology readings as well. I don't have the link below, but you can hit me up for that. So what kind of advice do we have coming up with this? And we have the Devil card. It's interesting, right? Because this is a Capricornian card, right? And the 10th house is actually associated with Capricorn and with career and purpose, right? As well in our public roles. But also it can be the card of overworking. Are you burning yourself out, Sagittarius? Are you pushing really, really, really hard and just like burning yourself out? Or are you chaining yourself to certain structures or ideas about how things are supposed to go when you're building your career, when you're building your business, or if you're working inside of a company, like, you know, building, you know, growth wise, like it's the ideas about how like we have in society, like these unwritten rules about like, well, you do this and then you do this and you earn your dues and then you do this. And like, it's these steps that happen. And so when we chain ourselves to the way it's supposed to be done, we can often just kind of like go into this autopilot mode, and we lose a lot of our creativity in that space, and we lose our ability to like really have agency and to be able to pivot and creatively approach, you know, in innovative ways, the way that we grow inside of our career and our purpose and our path. And so, yeah, if you're not overworking, or maybe you are, maybe you're being a workaholic right now, this is something to address. You know, like you can't keep burning yourself out if you're consistently busy all of the time. How can you see the places where you can pivot and do things in creative ways, right? So you might need to revisit the structures that you've tied yourself to and see whether you're overworking yourself. Is there a way that you could do this in a more like, it's just like working smarter, not harder, right? So that's what I feel really coming through here with this particular card. I think that that needs to be addressed. Feels like there's like some heaviness around this, and like, you know, maybe you would feel less like oppressed and chained to things as they are. Like nothing has to be the way that it is. If there's anything in your life where you're like, well, I have to because I've already committed to doing things in this way, that's very much this card, right? So it's kind of like saying like, hey, question that. Does it have to be that way because you've already committed? Can you not renegotiate with other people? Or if it's for yourself and you're building your business and you're your own boss, remember that you make the rules. You can change it to make it to adapt it to make it better and more in alignment with your life and with your energy and how you flow. So that's something to really address. I think if you want to get a sense of like how this looks overall, the bigger picture, then maybe take a look at your monthly video, which just came out on the 1st. That looks at the beginning, middle, end of the month, and also the challenge and, you know, some spiritual advice along with that. So yeah, so I would take a look there. I'll have that up on the screen. So if this was helpful and insightful for you, please consider giving the video a like. It helps with building and the algorithm and all the things. And if you haven't subscribed already, why not subscribe? It might, you know, just make sure that you don't miss any of the videos that are on the horizon. So I hope that this was helpful. Thank you for your time. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.